Hello, everyone. It's Ashley Smith, aka DJ Such a Lady, and I'm here with.
Judge Nicola J. James.
All right, Judge James, how are you doing today?
I am excellent, but a hint of sleepiness, but I'm
A
excellent.
hint of sleepiness because
Yes,
you're running.
I am. I am. I'm running for reelection for Justice of the Peace for Precinct 4, Place 2, and this will be my second term.
Okay. So, the first time, what made you want to be in this position?
The first time, I
Mm-hmm.
never had any inclination of me actually running for any type of political seat, none whatsoever. That wasn't in my scope
Mm-hmm.
for my career. And I was actually asked by my community to run for this position. The now deceased Dr. Brown, Dr. Claudia Brown,
Mm-hmm.
she was the one that actually asked me to run for this seat. Mm, that was dear to my heart. I didn't know her to that extent, but she saw something within me and made that recommendation that I should run for this particular seat based on my qualifications, based on my tenure of legal experience.
Okay, so you have legal experience?
Yes, ma'am, 20 years plus within the judicial system and various sectors of state and local government entities.
Okay, in what capacity?
I served at, well, not served, I worked in the capacity at one in Travis County. I helped to assist with two courts to build up two district courts in Travis County as a court, it's like a court administrator, something
Right.
to that extent. And then I moved on to the city of Carpers Cove, where I did work as the court administrator there. And then in the state of Florida, I worked in various state sector positions within the judicial sector as well within the courts and also for state government not something but child support enforcement, department of corrections, and some other entities. So I
Okay.
stayed within the government.
So, Florida, is that where you're originally from?
Yes, that's where I was raised. I do miss it. Hi
What part of
everyone out there,
Florida?
Miami, Florida.
Oh, I've never been to Miami.
It's wonderful. It's
I hear
wonderful.
it's expensive though.
It's very expensive. That's why we're here now.
So you
It
worked in the court in two different states.
yes, Florida and here.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
I'm just trying to let the audience understand how much
Experience I
experience
have.
you have.
Yes, I have a long history being in the judicial system. It's something that I love. It's always been my passion to be in the legal arena either teaching or being an attorney.
Okay,
Yes.
would you go to law school?
I sure will.
Oh wow.
That was my actual path the first time that I did run.
Hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I did say no. But then after having a talk with my family, we reconsidered and I decided, I'll put my career on the back burner for my community.
Okay.
And then we decided, yes, we'll move forward with me. I'm running for this position.
So being that you are not an attorney but
Mhm.
you have experience, do you believe that you're capable of understanding the laws to the extent of giving
I'm
justice?
above and beyond qualified in that area of understanding and
Hmm.
interpreting the law. With that experience, it has allotted me to have that unique disposition of being able to interpret the law. I'm not a novice in this
Hmm.
area. I may have been a novice to the JP court,
Correct.
but because I have that experience, the legal jargon, I know what's needed, I know what's required, I know how to understand and interpret and nevertheless apply the law based on the type of case or cases that I'm hearing.
And a lot of people may not understand JP and what that means. If you could please break that down for our audience.
So, a justice of the peace is actually the first court that
Hmm.
has ever been established worldwide. A lot of our various countries still work on under the governance of a JP court, which is a justice of the peace,
Okay.
still falls under the line as a judge, but they're more referenced to as a JP.
Okay.
This is a county position. We have six JPs for the county. And we also play the role as coroners as well. So I'm one of the 6 coroners within our county as well. So as a justice of the peace, I do handle various types of cases.
Okay.
It may be most of them are civil matters. That falls under the line of um, small claim, debt claim. We do handle various citations, but the municipal court for the city,
Mhm.
keep that in mind, they handle the bulk of our citations.
Okay.
But a JP court, we do handle certain citations as well. I do hear occupational driver's license, they're known as ODLs.
Okay.
The list goes on and on. When I'm on call for magistration,
Mhm.
that's where I'm at the jails sometimes, or I'm doing those magistrations virtually for the county.
Okay.
So people who have been arrested over the weekend or a certain amount of days, then we are the ones that are setting bonds on
Mhm.
those individuals.
Okay.
And we do additional things as
But
well.
I think the one that you're really known for is the weddings.
Oh, yeah, we do
Mhm.
weddings. I may not do as many as other people might do, but we do weddings as well. And that's a fun part of
Mhm.
the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some positive versus
Yes,
everyone coming in and getting
yes,
sued.
yes. And the positive part to it, if I can
Yeah,
interject as
please.
well, I'm also helping people. I'm helping people to work through um, their cases
Mhm.
and that experience of being in the court. One thing that I did run on previously, which I'm still working on, the mental health sector within our courts,
Okay.
because that's a big thing for people when they come into court. A lot
Mhm.
of them, they're not sure what they're going to encounter.
Correct.
What they might know of is what they've seen on TV.
Okay.
It's not the same. You have a person who's personable, you have a person who's real,
Mhm.
who has more than likely experienced what other people have experienced. So I'm able to relate, to speak with them and not at them, and truly let them know I understand where you are coming from. And I'm here not just to make a ruling, but to help you through the process. I can't provide legal advice.
Correct.
No judge is not allowed to do so, nor court staff. But we can help you. I can help you as much as I'm able to
Mhm.
within the guidelines of the judicial system.
And so you were saying that you want to talk more about mental health.
I would like to assist more
Okay.
when people come to our courts,
Mhm.
assist in a manner for them to feel comfortable
Okay.
when they come to court. Yes, it's a serious matter.
Mhm.
There are sensitive issues
Correct.
that we have to deal with, that we have to contend with. But I want people to know that they're in a safe space
Mm.
when they are in my courtroom.
Okay.
They are in a safe space. I take my time with
Mhm.
them. Um, I hear them out.
Correct.
Sometimes it can be uncomfortable for other people. They're saying, oh my gosh, it's just taking so long. No. What if it was you? You need someone to listen to you,
Correct.
give you that moment to
Mhm.
express yourself, however long it takes,
Correct.
so we can get to the root cause of what's going on. May it be right then and there
Mhm.
or a little bit after. I have an idea of what you're going through, so I know how to better address the situation for different hearings.
Okay.
I know when people are taking advantage
Oh
of the
sure.
time.
Oh sure.
So I know how to work through that. But the
Okay.
mental health scope of it, I want to be that provider on the bench that's actually hearing people from where they are.
So implementing mental health would be a big concern. Well, something you would want to implement with this
Hmm.
new term. What are some other things that you would like to change?
Some other things, continue with our progress in being efficient
Mhm.
within our courts.
Okay.
One, we are the only justice of the peace court that operates on the level of a district court in
Right.
reference to the filings
Mhm.
and the judge signing things. So right now, I'm able to sign a lot of our orders, a lot of our judgments via e-file
Okay.
instead of waiting for a paper copy.
Oh, good.
I can do it electronically, and that, in a sense, is saving the county money. So we're not printing as much as other courts might be.
So you want to be more efficient,
Yes,
work on the mental health
mental health,
piece,
yes.
and is there anything your big ask of the community or what you need?
What I need, understand our process,
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much.
so much, and know that we're here to help you.
Hmm.
Not here to just push you off and say, oh, you can't do that here. No, actually give you guidance of where you should go if it's something that we don't actually hear in our court. Prime example, a lot of people may come to our court regarding divorces. I
Right.
have the experience, that's my background,
Okay.
family law. But on a JP level, we don't handle those types of cases. So we do refer people out to the correct court.
Okay.
Yes.
So education of
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you think we can assist you better with those things you want to
Come
implement?
and talk.
Okay.
Either come talk with me, make an appointment.
Sure.
That's important because I do run a real healthy docket. I
Oh,
don't want to say
yeah.
busy, but a real healthy docket. Send an email to our general email with your ideas. And then that'll give me an opportunity to know that the community is actually being engaged with me.
Okay.
And then I can engage in turn with the community because if you have concerns, if you're not telling me, I won't know.
Right.
And if you're having not you in per se,
Yeah, you
but
can
if
use me.
people are
I'm the
having
community. I'll be the community.
conversations amongst
Absolutely.
themselves, I'll never know because it's not being shared with me.
Okay.
So you have to send out the information via email, something,
Hmm.
and then it will eventually get to me.
Okay. I didn't know that people you were that accessible to the
Uh-huh.
community.
I am.
So how do they contact you?
Right now, if it's work related,
Hmm.
but it's not case specific,
Right.
keep that in mind.
Right.
Because if you ask questions in reference to specificities in reference to cases and wanting to file things, and you reach out to me directly, I can't hear your case. You
Understood.
have to file with another judge.
Okay.
You can send information to my email, Nicola.James at Bell County Texas spelled out .gov. That's my email.
Okay.
If it's something that I cannot answer, I will reroute it to our clerks so they
Okay.
can address it.
Absolutely.
Yes, because I'm not allowed to be a part of ex parte communication.
Understood.
Yes,
Because it's a conflict of interest.
yes, yes.
What other challenges do you have as a judge?
Doing things like this,
Talking.
being yes, yes, talking and I love being sociable,
Right.
but I have to be mindful on what I say
Hmm.
because if I'm not, then the information is taken. Oh, Judge James said you do this, you
Right.
got to do that. No, 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 no. Just relax and have a personable conversation with me and let it be real, let it be fluid. I think that's one of the barriers that people experience in this position
Correct.
because you have to be extremely careful
Hmm.
in what you say and how you say it. So it's not perceived that she's being biased
Right.
or she has something against you, and I don't.
That you're just doing your job.
Yes.
A lot of because I ask questions on Facebook, so we have an open end. I'm gonna ask some things good and bad,
Okay.
but I do all the candidates like this because we rarely get an opportunity to communicate
Yes,
with you.
ma'am.
And so one of the things is, do you put people in jail?
No, 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 no. This position, you're not. That's not within our jurisdiction.
Okay.
We set bonds,
Hmm.
but those individuals, they're already incarcerated.
Okay.
Most times they are, but the magistration part, they have the ability to bond out
Okay.
if that's something that is actually done during magistration because some of the cases there you can't bond out.
Right.
You have to go back to the judge um, or that county that actually issued the arrest, and they will handle everything for you. But when you're magistrating, you're generally setting bonds, or you're issuing an emergency protective order,
Okay.
depending on the situation.
Protective order for what reasons would it
Emergency
be
protective
emergency?
orders.
Okay.
Most of the times, those are issued because it's a family violence
Mm,
issue, an assault,
okay.
and the person who's requesting it, we have to issue that during the actual magistration process,
Okay.
not ahead of time. It's only done once that person has been arrested and they're being magistrated. That's when that's done.
Okay. Does the court prioritize those type of cases?
It's not, that's a separate process. That's
Understood.
only done during magistration.
During magistration.
Only done during magistration. That's not a part of our caseload, if that makes sense.
So when you say magistration, can you go to a little detail? People who may be brand new to these
So,
type of conversations.
magistration is a process where individuals are currently,
Hmm.
they've been arrested
Okay.
24, 48 hours. It could be DWI, DUI,
Got you.
assault, criminal trespass, those types of misdemeanors. It can be a felony offense as well.
Okay.
And they come before the magistrate court. And at that time, we're issuing a bond.
Hmm.
And then the bond must be reasonable so that the person is able to come back to court and
Okay.
be heard in front of another judge who has the actual facts of the
Mm.
case. And that's when they're heard about their actual offense or offenses that they were arrested for.
Because the objective is so that
They come back to court. That's why the bond
the
must be reasonable.
okay.
And a judge should, a magistrate nor a judge should never set a bond based on, well, I don't like this person, or
Hmm.
this is how I'm feeling that day. No, 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 no. You must do things with fairness.
Okay.
It should be done in the guidelines of fairness and based on what that person's record reflects. That's how you can determine how much a bond should be set.
Okay. And with the bond, I feel like there has to be a lot of training with your job.
Yes,
What type of
extensive
training do you
training.
have?
Every judge, every JP, every attorney, they are required to go to school every year, and every position requires a certain amount of hours
Okay.
each year. Although you go to school, in this particular position, I believe it helps when you come with the experience,
Understood.
because it won't feel that you won't feel that much pressure to perform in your position if you come with the experience, because you have a little bit more knowledge. Just like
Hmm.
you're going for an interview,
Correct.
you don't need to lie
Right.
on your resume,
Right.
because once you get into the position, that employer will really find out, can you do the job?
They'll
Or
see it.
did you just fluff up your resume
Right.
to get the position? That's
Hmm.
just like a JP, a judge, or whatever other position. Come with the experience. Come with the experience. The notoriety doesn't mean anything.
Hmm.
It does not. Because once people stop clapping for you, what do you do after that? Can
Work.
you do the job? But can you? If you're only concerned about, oh, you're such a wonderful person. Yes, I understand it, but can I do the job after those talks of being wonderful are over?
Mm.
So experience is important.
Do you believe because of your well, I'm going to ask this more open ended. Why are you a better candidate than the other two individuals who are running for your position, which is Councilwoman Jessica Gonzalez
Hmm.
as well as Dr. Quarles?
My experience,
Okay.
20 plus years within the
Hmm.
legal field, I believe that in itself should count for something. My experience, my consistency in the legal arena, and my tenure
Hmm.
as a JP as well. That speaks volume. To me, it does speak volume, not just for me, but for our community and for our taxpayers,
Right.
because you don't want to rely on having to train someone all over again, and then you have another delay within the courts, because that person needs to be brought up to speed
Right.
on how to perform in the court, how to do their job, how to make rulings. And it does take some time. Even myself, being a new JP, I would think it takes at least one term for you to become acclimated with the position, despite having that experience in the legal field.
And that's, excuse me, that's one of the things, because I'm not just interviewing JP, I'm interviewing all the candidates
Okay.
across the board. And a lot of my experienced candidates, the incumbents feel as if by the time I understand my job, it's time for me to
Mm-hmm.
run again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of
I'm
experiencing the election
experiencing,
fatigue, I
yes,
guess.
yes,
Okay.
that as well. Yes. I would love to focus more on completing different processes that we've started.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm taking a brief pause
Right.
on certain things just so that I'm a little bit more fluid
Okay.
in the entire campaign process and that I'm able to reach different people. Because of the job, I don't get an opportunity all of the time to really be out
Mm-hmm.
there and do things like this, which I love doing, meeting with people,
Right.
getting to know individuals, and more importantly, being with my family,
Right.
because this position requires a lot out of you. You can actually be at dinner, and if it's your on call week, you have to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss them, love you, I'll see you in a
Mm.
bit, or I have to take a phone call because I'm on
Mm-hmm.
call right now. Someone passed, and that's my duty to
Right.
be there or at least on the phone taking the information for that death.
Wow. That's a lot, especially when you're dealing with death. What is the average day like for you?
In relation to,
From, just what you do, like how many cases you may have on average, what you could think of,
on average,
plus your on call schedule. Is that every week, every day? We don't know.
so we're on call on this side of town because it's just the two of us, the two judges. We're on call every other week,
Okay.
24 hours a day for an entire week. So 7 a.m. on Monday, go back to 7 a.m. the next Monday.
Okay.
That's our rotation every other week. Despite, remember, I said we have 6 JPs. Right now, we don't have a countywide rotation for deaths
Okay.
or inquests. It's just two of us.
Okay.
So we have that duty every other week. Plus, we have to hear our cases as well throughout that week.
Okay.
Um, Average wise, I kind of done a little restructuring in the office, but
Mm-hmm.
before I was having our ladies set, give or take, let's use a debt claim docket, 50 in the morning, 50 in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. And then maybe on another day, my max for evictions 50 in the
Okay.
morning. Then the afternoon, another set of cases could be small claim, debt claim, whatever is needed to include citations as well, to include other types of cases. So that's our week for my court.
So that could be 200 cases a day.
Uh, it, Give or take, that's what I was doing
Right.
before.
Okay.
So I decided to shift that a little bit because it does require a lot of time for the clerks to
Yeah.
prep, to
Mm-hmm.
set, to reach out to pro se litigant, meaning self represented or attorneys, communicating with me because I still have to review pleadings as well, but before a case is even set.
Okay.
So there's a lot that plays into getting a case set and making sure the court is running smoothly. And then if someone calls out, I have to consider that as well.
I'm thinking Bell County JP.
Hmm.
Why are there only two
I don't know why.
JPs on? When you say on this side of town, explain how far that goes.
So that goes all of Killeen, all of Harker Heights, all of Nolanville, a portion of Belton.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone as far, for myself, I've gone as far as Kempner
Wow.
to pronounce someone. So we're responsible for those areas. And it's just two JPs. So imagine having to set cases, go out to desk, walk in weddings, if they're not set, people wanting to come in and speak with us. It's near to impossible. That's why I said earlier it's important to make an appointment.
Okay.
with us. And I'm a hands on judge. I
Okay.
don't leave everything to the clerks. I
Hmm.
do assist where I can without crossing that line of any type of ex parte communication.
Understood.
Yes, ma'am.
That's quite a bit
It is.
because I used to work at Advent Health, so
Okay.
there would be days where you have to come there multiple times.
Yes.
It's not just when this happens,
Mm-hmm.
but isn't there a time commitment to when there's someone expires or passes away? Like you can't wait. Can you wait 2 3 days, or do
No,
you
no,
have
no,
to
no,
go
no. You
right
have
there?
immediate. It's that day.
Okay.
So I've had situations where I'm on a call for a death, and two other detectives they're calling me that same day to come out. That's not possible.
I know Colleen keeps you busy with
Keeps us
it.
busy. Killeen, Harker Heights, all the surrounding areas that I mentioned to you, it's all of them.
Yes.
And you have to be able to multitask. You have to be able to have that mental capacity to know that, okay, this week, sleep is irrelevant. It really is. But you have to be able to have that tenacity to keep pushing
Correct.
and plus have a family and plus
Yes.
have keep your marriage together.
Correct. Marriage is not easy.
It's not keeping all those things in the loop and plus being engaged with your constituents
Right.
and letting them know that you're still there, you're still present, although I can't go to every single event. Yes, ma'am.
I'm still on this. You have to do Harker Heights, Colleen,
Nolanville.
Nullville,
Hmm.
because majority when we talk about the amount of people, I'm on the tax board, so I get to see that's your population.
Yes, ma'am. And we're
Majority,
growing. We're
yeah.
still steady growing.
Technically, we're at, in Colleen alone about 160,000. Technically,
More, yeah.
but it's really they say about 190,000,
Hmm.
180,000 at this point.
At one point, I thought we were already in the 200s.
See, I'm not sure. That's
We're
what we're
over.
being told on the tax board. We're not quite 200,000, but it seems like we are.
Yes.
Um, and the county commissioners court can't change the laws to be more productive for you and your your peer judge Greg Johnson as well.
I think it's more of all of the JPs coming to an agreement of wanting to go to a county-wide rotation
Okay.
related to deaths. But that would require us not just being in Killeen, we'd have to venture out to the other side of town
Mm-hmm.
in Temple, Salado, those areas as well. So it's not just as easy as we think of, oh, let's all come together and agree to this rotation. There are other things I believe can be implemented to make it better, not just for the JPs, but our pockets as
Okay.
well. It can save money in certain areas. I don't want to elaborate too much on that.
I know the constituents taking care of them does involve making very good decisions
Mm-hmm.
because this is an elected position as well.
Yes.
Being that you're elected, are you tied? Are you responsible for the constituents, or are you tied to the court?
The court,
Okay, that's your
that
responsibility.
is my responsibility, managing the budget for the court, court staff, everything related to Precinct 4, Place 2.
Okay, so the budget would go through the
Me,
commissioner court
it goes through me,
through you
and
first.
then our commissioners and the auditor's office
Okay,
as well. But I'm responsible for the court's budget.
okay. So one of the questions that a lot of your opponents have
Hmm.
brought is the position that was no longer here.
Hmm.
Um, it's come across several different ways, but I want you to explain it with any unbiased opinion.
Okay.
Why did that
The
position?
cut.
Yes.
Okay. One, our community, one, it is growing,
Okay.
and economic wise, I'm fully aware this area sometimes doesn't pay as much.
Okay.
And I was looking at it on an aspect of one, efficiency because everyone in the office can do the same thing.
Mm.
I don't believe in the premise that one person should be the holder of everything. What happens if that person is absent, which has occurred? What
Okay.
happens if they're out for an extended amount of time? That has occurred. So what happens to those processes? That one person has access to that one process, which I believe is a gridlock for the department. It puts a lock on the department. You can't really function as you need to. So, in my mind,
Okay.
and process wise, why not distribute all of that work amongst everyone? It
Okay.
makes more sense. And then, with that being done, then each person they can receive an increase. And that also would help themselves and their families make things a little better for them. It's not what um, I believe they still deserve,
Correct.
but I believe that will help,
Would help.
would help. And that's why that position was eliminated. And that occurred after that person who was there, they were not in that department anymore.
And what position was that?
Oh, that's the JP assistant. So, like a secretary.
Okay, so the hierarchy would have been the clerks, this individual, and then you.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So for fluidity of the process
Mm-hmm,
to be more efficient,
mm-hmm.
that position was no longer
Correct, correct. And it actually has helped out.
really.
It has helped out dramatically because I can now go to every single clerk
Mm,
and they know what they need to do
mm-hmm.
for a particular process. I still have certain clerks being responsible for certain um, processes,
Okay.
but everyone is cross trained.
Okay.
They should be able to at least take a filing and process it. But the upkeep of it, you have one person who might do our small claim, debt claim, etc.
Right.
But everyone now has that ability to do almost everything in the court. And if they don't know, they can ask their colleague. So that would tell me, oh, okay, so you haven't been trained on that just yet. And then we'll get you on board.
Does that impact your budget?
So I was able to give back monies to the county. I saved money for the county. So that did impact my budget. It took away a little bit of money in for my particular budget, but I was able to give back to the clerks and to the county and the taxpayers. You're not paying that additional money where you don't need to.
Do you think we should hire more people with
We
the big?
should.
Okay.
We should. We really should hire more people who are qualified
Okay.
for these positions. We really, really should. Yes. And I give a lot of people an opportunity to be a part of our department, even without the experience.
Mm,
That's one thing that I know that I do. I give people an opportunity to try and see if this really is for you.
okay. With the position now not longer being there, and you did give the money back,
Mhm.
are you able to ask the court to give you that position back,
If
especially
I
since you've been a
wanted,
good steward?
if I wanted to, but
Mm,
it's up to the commissioner's court if they
okay.
so choose to give that back if needed.
Being on county politics, I don't feel like they support clean financially as I would like. So you may have to talk to them directly. I just feel like everyone wants to get Belton and Temple money, and clean has a majority of the people.
Since I've been in the position, they have, I think they have assisted me quite a bit.
Okay.
They have been. I don't feel like I've been out of the loop with one, my requests and what's needed for the court. So
Hmm.
I personally have not experienced that. I've had, I haven't experienced that. I haven't. And
Okay.
I'm hoping I don't.
Right. I
Yes.
have.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where they're like, you about to talk about Colleen again, and
But we remember, it's not just Colleen.
absolutely.
We're Colleen, Harker Heights, Nolanville, and those are things we have to factor in when we're asking for funds, depending on what we actually need. But since I've been there, I haven't had that. that experience. And like I said, I'm hoping I don't have that experience.
Okay, so even with the advocating for um, budget changes, how do you go about that, especially justice of the peace
Having a
for
good working
wanting to?
relationship.
Okay.
Having a good working relationship. You're not always going to agree
Mm-hmm.
with everyone, and that's healthy.
Okay.
I believe that's a healthy balance, because if everyone is on board with you, something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Judge Greg and yourself, do you work with him, especially being that you're in the same building?
Every court functions differently.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Even though we're in the same building, every court functions differently. He has his own
Mm,
process. I have my own process. The other judges have their own process. Every judge around the world, they have their own process. It
mm.
might be the same type of court, but the way they process things might be different.
So, what guidance do you have to ensure that you stay within the boundaries of the law?
We have the judicial canons. We
Got you.
also have the judicial school,
Mm-hmm.
and the laws on itself. We have to abide by that.
Okay.
Yeah, to make sure we stay within the scope of our duties. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
It's just you would assume that you would have more of a communication channel with all JP judges
Yeah,
in Bell County, maybe that you meet or something.
I sometimes that can be a little sensitive area for people, but because I come from bigger courts, and you're going to hear that from me constantly,
Absolutely.
um, I'm used to there being an administrative judge.
Understood.
So the administrative judge can give the directive on what we should all be doing, and key word is should.
Mm,
They can disseminate that information, but it's still up to each judge to say, okay, we're going to do it this way because administrative judge Ashley said we're going to do it this way, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, we don't have an administrative JP within our county. And that's something that all of the JPs would have to agree on. And just a crazy idea, even if we were to go to something like that,
right.
we can do it quarterly. So each person gets a feel of how that works. Maybe some judges might not want that responsibility. That could be something why it hasn't been done, but I have asked. I have asked multiple times amongst other JPs,
Okay.
and there hasn't been a congruent answer to why we haven't done that.
Right. I think ideally that would be wise.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so because if we're experiencing certain different issues, we
Mm,
can collectively hash out those things and share ideas as to what we can and cannot do to help with the specific process.
okay. In this particular JP court,
Hmm.
you don't run nonpartisan. You have to be
You
partisan.
do, you do. So Democrat, Republican, that's what is the current process. But I think, just my opinion, I think it should be more based on your experience,
Okay.
qualifications. That's
Absolutely.
what I believe should be done. Yeah.
My opinion of any county position, I think it should be nonpartisan because you're talking about roads without going too far off balance, but roads,
Mm-hmm.
schools, um, money, collecting taxes.
Mm-hmm.
None of that should be biased based on a political
Correct.
affiliation, in my opinion.
Because what's the true standing behind that?
I think money.
No. What weight does it truly hold when you're having to make a ruling? What difference does it make when
Mm-hmm.
you have to rule on someone's eviction or debt claim by
Yeah,
you
I
saying,
understand.
"Oh, I'm this or I'm that or I'm that." What weight does it really hold
Correct.
in that decision? That you understand where
Yeah,
I'm coming
because
from?
when I say money, I'm talking about mostly for who's paying for the
Mm.
campaign, the Democrat or Republican. That
Mm-hmm.
would be your biggest concern, um, to have those nonpartisan. I mean, for
Correct.
the to have a partisan change.
But in this particular campaign,
Correct.
mine focus on the progress that you've seen thus far. If you feel like I have not made any progress, come and have a talk with me. Come and actually visit the court to see how it functions now. One of our top um, accolades that we have received is the turnaround in customer service and how
Mm,
people are actually being treated at the window. I've heard that quite a bit in our court. The respect level of people, how people feel when they actually come to our court, that has been a big thing for us. That turnaround aspect and how you're being talked to, how information is being disseminated, what we are doing to assist people
hmm.
and staying in the guidelines of not providing legal advice.
Got you.
Yes.
What other positivities have you had in your tenure as judge?
Efficiency.
Efficiency is your biggest
Getting,
one.
yes,
Okay.
receiving their judgments timely, the processing of certain documents, certain types of filings, because every filing is different. It requires a different timeline. So efficiency has been a big one. The communication that I give out to people, the camaraderie between the different police departments, different
Mm,
government officials, that has been a great accomplishment and applaud.
okay.
Yes.
So, in terms of quantifying or qualifying that, because people like to look up information, how could you prove that to them?
How can I prove that to them?
Yeah. How can you
I
say,
can,
I'm more efficient right now? And this is why.
well, some of the numbers that I might share right now
Okay.
might not be things that people want to hear, but I'll share it.
Please.
Within our courts, I've issued over the tenure. Within our courts, I've issued 1,491 warrants.
Okay.
Evictions, I've heard and or processed 3,853. Citations on a whole, we came in with a backlog of over 7,000.
Wow.
We're down to 924.
In 2 years?
In the this will be my
Your
fourth year.
fourth year?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So, that's literally a 75% in
Mm-hmm.
improvement.
Yes, ma'am.
That's really good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And with those improvements, what do you want to implement to make sure that you have even more efficiency?
If we can get on board with paperless
Okay.
documentation, I understand we still need the actual paper itself, but cutting costs of
Okay.
printing, that will help even the more. And people accepting AI, also accepting the fact that virtual hearings is permitted by law. Telephonic hearings, they are permitted by law. When I was in Copper's Cove, we had to implement that when COVID occurred. So I was a
Right.
part of that process. And a lot of individuals, they're not fully aware that you do not necessarily have to appear in person for your hearing. But if you don't appear, you have to submit your evidence ahead of time.
Got you.
So that particular hearing is not delayed. So if we can keep that up, being able to do things virtually, that will help. That would help tremendously on a JP level.
Yeah. So
The
tech.
district courts, they do that already. Municipal courts, for the most part, they do function in that capacity.
So advancing the court with
Yes,
technology,
yes, yes,
especially with our Gen Zs, millennials,
yes,
that probably be
yes.
more
That,
ideal.
yes, it would be. And for the regular mom and dad,
Okay.
not all the time can they leave work because they might be the sole provider for their
Understood.
family. So me making a phone call to them actually helps them. They don't have to leave work. They can take a quick break, go into the restroom, whatever, and have that hearing. That helps. And that's what my aim is. And that's what I have been doing to accommodate the community, to accommodate our constituents. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But there's so many questions I could go with. I'm trying to keep it within the time frame that
Hmm.
we already suggested. But with technological advancements come other issues such as people can hack more.
Hmm.
So perhaps is that the reason we haven't implemented those?
No, the approval and having the funding available to make sure that all of those things are working as they should and without any glitches.
Mm-hmm.
So, communicating and working with our IT department and also our commissioners, presenting this information to them, letting them know that, hey, this is allowed by law. So, how can we work together to actually implement this and make it a thing for
Correct.
all courts?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
So Bell County would be the best route in order to
Yes,
make those implementations.
yes.
Do you have any commissioners? Do the commissioner court support JPs?
I believe they do.
Okay,
I do believe they do. For me, I believe they do support us. Yes.
because there's an election not only for you,
Hmm.
but for the commissioners court
Yes.
and for city council
Hmm.
and for
They do.
mayor technically.
Yeah. So because we work more with the commissioners, and because this is a county position, I
Mm-hmm.
can speak on that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I have. I believe I've had a great experience with our commissioners.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
And like I said before, you may not always get a yes, and that's okay.
Right.
At least you made an attempt
Correct.
to express something to them of what you feel will help the courts to move forward.
Okay. What about city council? Does
City
that impact
council,
you or the mayor? Does that impact your court?
no, it does because they're municipal
Correct.
and we're county. They're city, so
Mm-hmm.
they work more with the municipal court.
Right.
But as in our police departments, we work
Mm-hmm.
closer with them. So our Killeen PD, Harker Heights, Nolanville, those police, the sheriff's office,
The constable, maybe?
the constable,
Okay.
we work with them more than city
Mm-hmm.
government. If that,
Yeah, a lot of people are under the perception that city and JP work hand in hand.
no, 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 we might cross reference certain things, but we don't have that much connectivity. No.
Okay. So efficiency of the court. What about efficiency of the judicial system? Does that impact you as well?
Are you speaking on filings,
I'll give
that
you an
type of?
example.
Hmm.
Like the Marvin Guy situation is a big deal, where he was in court 10 plus years without, some would say, without having a fair case. It was a violation of his
You don't see
rights.
that much
Okay.
on the with the JP level
Mm-hmm.
because we move so quickly and
Correct.
it's a little bit more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the first level of the judiciary. So if something doesn't pan out, meaning the plaintiff or the defendant does not agree with the ruling, they have the option to file an appeal. So
Okay.
that, in essence, moves them to another court.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be one of our district level court, our county court at law in Belton.
Mm-hmm.
So the case would move. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't
Absolutely.
linger in our
Absolutely.
courts.
I just wanted to tie all this together, why voting is
Yes.
so important at all, especially local voting,
Hmm.
because it's not just one person. It ties into the commissioner court, the
Yes.
police, the constable,
Hmm. Our
etc.
district courts.
Yes.
Yes.
What about the DA?
Our DA, all of that ties in. We work close with our DA as well. That's where, if it's a felony warrant, the DA is responsible for them to review that information to get it
Mhm.
down to the police departments, the investigators, detectives, then in turn comes to us. And we'll make the decision whether or not we can sign off or grant a warrant.
Wow. So it's a lot of moving pieces
Yes, it is.
all the time.
All the time, all of the time. And with all of this knowledge, this information that I have gained, this is essentially why it's important to reelect me.
Mm,
We don't have the time to go over this process again. It's
okay.
very, very important to reelect me March 3rd.
March 3rd.
And if you're not able to get out March 3rd, come out early election, early voting.
Okay.
February 17th through the 27th, and vote for Nicola James, precinct 4, place 2.
Okay. And I like that you brought that up, because one of the big things that can happen is one, if you get someone new, they have to be retrained.
They
They have
have
to be
to.
initially trained.
Hmm.
What's the difference between your training and the training that person
I
could?
come with knowledge.
Got
I
you.
come with the experience,
Mhm.
the legal background.
Okay.
That helps significantly. It
Mhm.
really, really helps tremendously. That does help. That's the difference between myself and the other candidates.
Right. And I just realized you all. Is it possible for you to even debate each other? I think that's
I
against the
believe that,
rules.
I don't know. Don't
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know per se. I don't know.
I heard that the courts in general they don't debate each other. So have you haven't been in a debate with any? This is the
No,
first
just
time.
panels, just forums, something like we're doing right now, just general questions. Yes, things of that sort. Hmm.
Okay. Well, that's a really good point. You haven't been in a. I'm almost sure the law in Texas won't allow judges to debate, but it would be good to know the difference, so we can see why would I vote for this person over this
Hmm.
person, in real time.
Correct.
But the law is the law,
Wh-
and
But this setting helps people to know
hmm
what I actually come with, what my background entails, what I'm actually able to do for the courts and for the community. I've expelled my qualifications, my tenure. I'm not touting anything, which has been said before. I've actually done certain jobs. I've been in certain positions. I'm fully aware of what's required, what's needed to keep moving forward with this particular position.
that's great. In Texas right now, we're seeing debates about redistricting.
Mm.
How one, how do you feel about that? And two, um, do you support or don't support the
It all
redistrict?
depends on how it helps with our constituents.
Okay.
Will they be serviced better
Mhm.
by doing that?
Mhm.
Or is it, well, some of us know it's just for political gain.
Right.
But in my mindset, will it help the local mom and pop organization, their business, or kids, or yourself or myself?
Right.
If we redistrict, how is that really helping you? What's the point
What
in it?
value does it
What
bring?
value does it really bring? It might help in this area, meaning another JP
Right.
is available to help with the caseload
Mhm.
and who we deal with. That might be a perk,
Okay.
but anything outside of that, I'm not totally sure on the benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
So the benefit of adding additional professional
Hmm. There is going to be a
courts,
cost associated with it,
I'm sure.
and there's a lot of factors behind it. If another JP were to be added based on the premise of redistricting.
Okay. And you'll be in a new building, correct?
Yes, hopefully we will be.
Okay.
Hopefully we will be. Yes, sometime soon.
Because that
Yes,
building you're in now is a
it's
little bit older.
it's seasoned. It
It's a
is.
seasoned building, salt and pepper.
It's well seasoned. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, we have a few people in the audience. Are you okay with them asking questions?
Sure, sure.
Do any of you have questions you would like to ask?
Any questions?
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. So the
Thank you.
audience, they said she did a great job with the questions, and we presented questions that a lot of people wanted to know. One that comes to mind that I've always, it doesn't matter who it is, the passing of the decriminalization.
What about it?
So there's several aspects because I rarely get a judge in front of me. The objective was to lower caseloads. Have you seen a difference since the
No.
implementation? Not even a little bit.
No. No.
Really.
Well, it's not caseloads. Remember,
Mhm.
for us as
Mhm.
JPs, those are more on the lines of setting a bond.
Oh,
That's the role that we might play
okay.
if someone is accused of
Hmm.
that offense.
Because
It's
less,
accusatory when they're
yes,
in front of a JP
understood.
because we're setting the bond.
Hmm.
They haven't been charged. It's just accusatory. That's the language that we're supposed to use. Okay, I'm doing a little
No,
teaching
I like that.
there.
That's the point. Teach us. We want to know.
But you still are seeing people being arrested
Mm,
for possession
okay.
on whatever level, 2 ounces or less, and it goes up.
Harker Heights. Well, Bell County in general is being
Bell
sued
County,
regarding this, but I was hoping that at least with the implementation and
it
cleaning,
has not declined. To me, I think it may have gone up. It has gone up. The
really,
arrest, yes, yes,
the the lingo is that 700 plus people have not went to court. Like they have it documented from the police perspective.
that they have not gone to court.
Instead of, you know how it used to be before the decriminalization, where if you had that the amount below what was voted
Hmm.
for, then you would get arrested,
They're
etc.
getting arrested, 2 ounces or less. Yes, ma'am.
We're being told some. Okay, the
I see this
communication is
all of the
different.
time whenever I'm magistrating.
Wow.
Yes, give or take over
Okay.
a weekend, I can set bonds. Okay, I can set bonds on over 4 individuals for
Mm.
that one offense, 2 ounces or less.
Okay. I believe you. I'm not saying you're being dishonest. Something else is being communicated. So that means we'll do our research
Mm,
as constituents and understand what's going on.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So that was a big change. What else? I'm flabbergasted. Give me a second to collect my thoughts because there's some totally different being told ties. But thank you for being honest and transparent.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else you would want our constituents to know
To vote for me,
to vote for you?
March 3rd. This year, March 3rd, March is right around the corner.
Correct.
We're
We got a
in
month.
February.
Yeah, less than a month.
Correct. Early voting starts on the 17th of February, ends on the 27th of February. Please come out and vote. We need your vote during this primary election. I am the candidate of choice. I am the best candidate, not just because I am campaigning, but because the work has been done and is being done by someone who is fluid, someone who communicates well, someone who's proficient in what they do. I stand firmly on that. Someone who rules with fairness and in fairness with integrity as well. I am the choice. Nicola J. James.
And my last question: are there any associations or groups you're a part of?
Oh my Lord. Lord help me.
Because that's the one your community focused.
Community focus. Yes, I am. I'm currently a member with the Exchange Club.
Okay.
I've held different leadership roles with the well, not here, but in Florida, the Broward Human Trafficking Coalition.
Wow.
When I came here, I helped to start up Texas Save Our Youth. That was
Mm,
also another sex and human trafficking coalition here. I've been a part of LULAC.
okay.
I've also been a part of the NAACP, former parliamentarian. The list goes on and on. I do a lot within our my local church, Open Fire International Fellowship.
Understood.
I'm on their outreach committee and some other ventures as well. I'm an advocate for sex, human trafficking, also domestic violence as well. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, that seems like we've discussed it all, Judge. Is there anything else you would like to tell the people?
Vote for me.
Vote for
Vote
you.
for me. Yes, ma'am.
All
That's
right.
it.
Well, thank you so. Oh, the last one. The best if they want to
Stay
invest in
inside.
your campaign or
Okay.
stay in touch. How do they do that?
All handles Nicola J. James. via social media,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Instagram. My website, it's www.james, the number four, txjustice.com. You can email me as well,
Mm-hmm.
James for Texas Justice at outlook.com. I look forward to hearing from someone, anyone. Stay engaged because I am engaged with you.
All right. Well, thank you all. This has been DJ Such a Lady and Friends with.
Judge Nicola J. James.
Thank you so much.